Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back with me, your host Iron Gamer, and today we are doing a rebuild yet again, another one. If you've not seen any of my rebuilds so far, somewhere over there, somewhere across there maybe, go and check it out. I've done a Crystal Palace, I've done an Everton, and I've done a Newcastle, along with Southampton and others, so feel free to go and check out my channel, Iron Gamer. Any comments, please feel free to leave them. Thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe as well to the channel. Right, moving on with this save. So we are doing another episode of the rebuilds that we make, and none other than the Saints, Southampton. This will be an interesting one. So we are going to be managing the Saints. Same rules apply to this as the others. 3 seasons. If I get sacked, clearly I can't continue. However, if I get relegated, I can continue and try and fight my way back through to the Premier League. Right, so we are going to get ready to rock and roll. I won't bother you with all this as per. We're just going to get straight into it now, and we'll see you in a moment. Quite shocked at what I've seen so far. So what I'm going to do is, just because I didn't cover it on the last segment, is so all the staff, they're all in charge of youngsters, 18s, 21s, 23s. I'm only in charge of signing players and selling players from the first team. That's all I'm going to be doing. I don't get involved in the training or anything like that, because we're not doing in depth, we're doing a simulation version. So pointless really getting involved. Right, just tell you a little bit more about the Saints. Reputation 3.5. Media prediction is 17th. Director of football, they've got an assistant manager. I say that because there's one game we did where we had none of them. So quite shocked at the transfer budget at 20 million. And for those of you that know me, you know who my first player will be trying to get into the club. None other than Roberto Gagliardini. Picture of him on this anyway? Is there a picture? Maybe there's a picture here, who knows. So yeah, he is my go-to player in this season's Football Manager. Guy's a genius on it. Certainly with the sort of clubs I've been, like now a Southampton, a Crystal Palace, sort of that sort of team. He puts in some real good numbers throughout the course of the season. So he will be my go-to player, because straight away I know Southampton will need some showing up in midfield, potentially up front maybe, see what we can do with something there, and I'm going to say maybe I'm going to need a central defender, because I have no doubt there will be people trying to buy James Ward-Prowse and Selusi, the centre half that we have here at the club. I'm hoping I can keep all of both, but I'm a realist, and I'm certainly a realist when it comes to James Ward-Prowse, with his age getting on there and the numbers we can get. Selling James Ward-Prowse or Salisu would really sort of give us around £60 million. I mean, £60 million, I could probably buy 4 okay players with that, fairly decent, to strengthen the squad. A wage budget a bit on the low side, 1.4. See if we can sort of rectify that a little bit. Superb training facilities, superb youth facilities, and excellent youth recruitment. So, hallelujah, I've come across a formation and a tactic that doesn't involve a 4-3-2-1 or a 4-3-3. We've got wing backs, ladies and gentlemen. I may change that, however, because I think this could make us a bit light in the final third, hence we don't score enough goals. So I'm probably going to bring players in, if I get enough money, to probably play a 4-3-2-1. I don't think we really should be playing 3 centre halves. I just don't think we're good enough for that. We're not going to see enough of the ball. Well, I don't think we are anyway. Ainsley, Maitland-Niles, we've got on loan until next season. That's it. So there's a loan need to be done there. There's a loan deal we could do to get him in, to get someone in. Already thinking of a centre half or a forward. I do know a forward that might come to us. I say might, he might not. So I think I'm just stumped at that. I'm absolutely stumped. Adams and Armstrong as well. I don't think they're good enough. So I need to bring some experience, even if it's not for shirt sales. You know, just get some experience in. I think we're going to change that 5 at the back. I do not like it. I know it's protection. You've got protection with Ward-Prowse and Diallo there. Ward-Prowse for me should maybe play more further up with his sort of passing that he's got and his vision. We'll see. Let's move on. Do not sign players over the age of 28. Okay, well there's a problem straight away because the first player I want to sign is 28 or 29. Either way, he could be a bit old. High tempo pressing football. This is Southampton. Are you kidding me? Southampton don't play that. Develop players using the club's youth system, standard for every club. Sign players under the age of 23 for the first team. Oh, this is where I find it so annoying. Sign players under the age of 19 for the future. I won't be doing that because it's only 3 seasons. Sign players to sell for profit. Definitely want to do that. Work within the wage budget required. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can change that. So, end of current season. Finish mid-table. They have got expectations. Up there. Well, they should be here. They are up there. Mid-table. Be competitive in the FA Cup. Okay. Same as the Carabao. Work towards developing the Premier League's best youth system. Youth isn't really going to be in me, it's out of my hands. And then work towards developing the best youth system in the country. Wow, by the end of the current season, are you kidding me? I'm not even bothered in that. Right, let's shift on. Right, so we're just going to check out the finances. It's not good. We're just going to see if we can adjust this to the best way possible. So we've got no transfer budget. We're still spending over on the wages. So really we need to get some of that wages down by maybe another sale or a loan. So we have made a sale, 1 out, and I think we've got 3 in, maybe 4. No world beaters, nothing like that. Potentially maybe, but we know one of them is, don't we? That's right, we know one of them. And I've tried to get where I think we're a little bit weak. So we've gone for a midfielder, a goalkeeper, a forward, and I think that's it. Maybe 2 midfielders, I'm not too sure now. I can't remember. Anyway, that's what we've done. We're going to go and check it out now. But first, just bring your attention over to the balance sheet. Overall balance is 21.6 million. Transfer budget is now 0. We are over on the wage budget, so I will try and clear out someone that's surplus to requirements. I feel Walcott, someone like that. Get him out of the club, get the wages down if possible. Just looking here for the budget next season, it's saying minimum guaranteed budget will be 25.86 million. Not too bad depending where we finish. So go and have a look at the squad. I won't look at the squad plan here because you'll see the players. We're going to go look at transfers first. So over we go. So transfers out was Roma came in for Diallo. He went for 11 million up front. No add-ons, nothing like that. Oh well, there's a 20% sell-on fee. Other than that, 11 million, which really helped us get some money into the bank. It's a shame really because he was a young player, French, decent, but I went with what I knew. So I thought I could lose this guy and bring in my own player who I know is fantastic. So yeah, it's selfish of me, it's bad, but I feel it's the right thing to do to help me secure Premiership status. I'm not saying we're going to, but it helps. So unfortunately, he's the only one that's left. So the only income so far is from his money that we received, added on to the 20 million we had. So we have 31 million and we've just spent it all. Should we go and see on what and who and why even? Let's go and check it out. So firstly, through the door, I'm not good with names, we all know that, Lucas Mecca. Now I've had him on a previous save. It might even be one that's I've done before on the rebuild, not too sure, but he keeps popping up and he's always at a good price to buy. He's 23 years of age, he is a forward, he can play in several positions there, so he's got great pace, decent finishing at 15. History of goal scoring isn't amazing, but it's alright. So we've just looked at the listen, he scored 8 goals in 25 appearances in the Bundesliga. He scored 18 in the Belgian league out of 37. So I'm thinking if he can just step it up a little bit, we might be able to get some goals out of him. Signing number 2 was a freebie. Xisco managed to get him on a free. Excellent sell-on value there if we manage to decide to sell him next season. Rated around 39 to 42. I'd take 20 million for him right now. It's full profit. Full profit. Alright, there you go. Say no more. It's my main man, Roberto Gagliardini. Love this guy, as you know from previous. I'm not going to go through everything. He's just a cracking midfield player. Try and sign him yourself if you're a team like this, or you're struggling in the foots of the Premier League, or you're a mid-table team. Just get him. Honestly, I don't know what he'd be like in a top 6. Maybe I should try that experiment, the Gagliardini experiment. Maybe I should try it and see how well he does. So our next and final signing of the season is a goalkeeper. Very rare I sign goalkeepers, very rare indeed. I let them play up to like 38, 40. However, my goalkeepers are Caballero and McCarthy. Caballero is 40 years of age, only on about 30 grand a week, 40 grand a week. McCarthy on a lot more and not very good, so I'm going to sell him. Thomas Kaczynski is going to be my number 1 choice for the Premier League. It's a gamble. We signed him from Blackburn. He's a championship goalkeeper. Eccentricity of 13. I like that. I do like that indeed. He's not too bad. 15 command of area, 12 aerial reach, shot stopping, one-on-ones 15, good reflexes at 17, rushing out 14, so maybe a sweeper keeper. That's sort of where we're looking to play. He's going to play sweeper keeper on support. Right, this is the way we're going to play. So we're going to play 3 across at the back. Could be bad, I know. There is another option. So we're playing the 3 at the back with the wing backs of Walker Peter on attack, Maitland Niles on attack. Ward-Prowse is going to play the deep line playmaker with the box to box. Will be Gagliardini. Xisco will play the inside forward from the left, with the inside forward on the right is Aribo. And for some reason the striker I want isn't there, so I need to find him. Where is he? Where the hell is he? There he is. Lucas will start up top. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to put my goalie in there, which is going to be Kaminski. So this is the team we've gone. I'm going to try and get Theo Walcott out. Alex McCarthy is now going to be sold. I'm going to put him an offer to clubs. What's he worth? 5.2. So I'll take 3 million for him probably. I'm going to transfer list him. I'm going to put 5 and see what I get. I'll probably be lucky if I get 3.2. So anyway, this is system number 1. Let's go and have a look. So we're playing fairly wide. We're passing into space, focusing play through the middle. We're going to use the overlaps on the right and the left. Bit more direct. We're going to be a little bit more direct with our approach and what we're trying to do. Tempo, of course, is higher. A little bit of time wasting, not too much. If you do it too much too often, you're going to get caught, you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to concede goals. We've gone for low crosses. I might change that, I'm not too sure. I liked whipped crosses, but we'll see. We'll leave it on low for time being. I mean, I can only see how it goes through this season, and if it doesn't do that well, I will change it next season to whipped. Dribbling, run at defence, absolutely. We've got a few players with a good with the ball at the feet. Be more expressive is what we want. In transition, as always, we want to counter press. We're going to counter. When possession's lost, we're going to counter press. When possession's been won, we're going to counter. We're trying to hit them while they're out of position. Goalkeeper in possession, always distribute quickly. Always do it sort of in this scenario the way we're trying to play, because we want to sort of push on quickly. Distribute to the centre back. We've got 3 of them, ball playing centre backs. No nonsense centre back, so we need to make sure any form of distribution for me will do. When we're out of position, so we're going to have a high line of engagement, high defensive line that could be dropped if we need to. Now we have played a few friendlies and I've seen the highlights, and we do concede a few goals, so Do how you feel necessary. Is it worth doing that? Standard. I'm probably going to go over standard, to be fair, and I'm going to drop it. We want to press more often, and we will prevent the short goalkeeping distribution. Other than that, that is us in a nutshell. That's what we're about, and that's what we're going to do for this season. There is another tactic. Let's have a look. So again, you're playing wide, but it's weird because you're playing wide but you're playing narrow. So you've got the runners behind you've got the two behind the one, just sort of moving out left and right to create space in the middle. Play out defence, very, very short passing. It's sort of trying to dictate the tempo a little bit more and keep more possession of it. Playing the other way a bit more direct. We're going to have players in the areas, so we're not going to be as acute with the ball, I suppose. So again, low crosses, be more expressive, transition, usual, pretty much the same. Other than their centre backs, we're going to the full backs as well, taking short kicks to kick it out. And again, high line. I don't like the high line if you haven't got quick players. Players ain't too bad, so we're going to go back to what it was originally. This is Lee's Tiki Taka, that's me. This is what I'm going with, and we're just going to see, I want to see the pace. So Salisu is 14, no one's come in for him yet. Pace of 15 from Lianco, Kalatakar 12. So yeah, Lianco's on cover, I like that, which is what we needed to do. So we are all set, we are all ready for the season to start. We've played some friendlies. I'll just show you how we got on with the friendlies. So we've won 1, lost 2 and drawn 1, and we are playing a brand new tactic with a brand new style, so it is going to take time to implement. We haven't really done too well with it, but we are playing a different system completely to what they wanted us to play, because I don't think we've got the players or the quality or the ability to play in the manner they wanted us to play. So I've totally changed it. I'm playing my way, one of my systems that I've sort of created, which I quite like. So without further ado, we're going to go, but let me just remind you, it's free season save. If I get sacked, game over. If I get relegated, we can still continue and try to push forward and get promotion, but once we're sacked, it's game over, and I fear it could happen with Southampton. I really do, but I'm hoping it doesn't. So without further ado, guys, I'm not going to show you anymore. We're just going to crack on with it. We're going to sim this season, and we will see you at the end of next season, or the end of this season. You know what I mean. Right, season has finished. As you can see, I'm still in a job, so that's good news. We need to go and have a look at where we finished, and just go and see how individuals have performed, and see how we've done any cups, if we've got any silverware or anything like that. And remember, we're trying this new tactic, so it's going to be interesting to see how well we've done. Right, well, season 1. 14th. Clearly it's just about been 47 points, 14th. That's a tough league. Bournemouth, Forest, Brighton. Wow, Brighton went down on 20 points. They must have some good players. So we know Brighton have been relegated. Nottingham Forest have been relegated, and so Bournemouth. Wow. 14th. So let's go and look at some stats, shall we? So we check out the goals. Mecca got 16 goals this season. That's not too bad. I am going to change the way we play now. I've seen where we finished. I think I'm going to go for 2 strikers, which means we're going to go for the other tactic. So 14 goals, did he say? 16 goals. I don't think that's too bad considering where we're playing or the way we play. Average ratings, okay, yeah, we're not even on there. Assists, James Ward-Prowse, 9 assists. Is it just the one? Yeah, we've got just the assist of one person. And who was top of that list? Robertson, Jack Harrison. Okay, so there's the stats there. Player of the matches, James Ward-Prowse, average at 7.5. Again, Erling Haaland win everything. Clean sheets, how many did we get? We got 11. I'm quite happy with that. So let's go and check out some of the players that we had. Wow, so this is how we ended up. So the centre halves is a problem. They're not linking that well together. So let's go and see Kaminsky. Sweeper keeper, 30 years of age. We know he's not going to improve. A lot of arrows going down. Average rating 7.4. Quite happy with that. Let's go through the team. 26 years of age. He played 28 appearances in the league. Not too bad. Croatian. Lianko, 34 appearances, average of 7.5. Salisu. Love this guy. I think he's really good on this. Wanted. This is where I'm a bit. Newcastle, PSG, and Bayern. What's his contract? He got anything on his contract? I might need to. I'm gonna try and offer him a new contract soon. Maitland-Niles, who we've got on loan from Arsenal. 15. Yeah, we need to sort something out at left back. Walker Peters, currently injured, 26 years of age, played 33 times, 1 assist. Okay, so didn't get forward considering he was on an attacking wing back. He didn't get forward that much or across from what we can see. James Ward-Prowse, we know how good this guy is. 7 goals, 9 assists, 7.4 average. He is good, isn't he? 28 years of age, 45 to 61. If someone came in with something, I would sell him. Gagliardini, my man, how did he do? Not too. This is probably the worst I've had him play, but I think it's the role that we've had him play. We've had him playing as a ball in midfielder or box to box. I know he's good at that, but I normally play him as a deep line playmaker. Aribo, don't know much about this kid. Nigerian winger, first touch 19, pacer 13, flair 15. Okay, only 1 goal, no assists. Not good at all. Zisco, how did he do? 33 appearances, so he did play a lot. 3 goals, 7 assists. Age is getting the better of him, but I think we're going to find a new system for him. And Mecca, I don't know how you say his full name. 16 goals, 4 assists, average rating of 7.4. Super happy with this guy. He is now wanted by Bayern. So didn't he used to play for Bayern? Has he been there? No, he didn't. Right, so that's how we've performed. How we did in there. Let's go and see the competition. So we got knocked out in the 5th round by Fulham. That tells me that was a chance to get at least to the next round. It's Fulham. I mean, when did Fulham finish in the league? And in the 4th round by none other than Newcastle. Top goal scorer for me was Mencha in 8 goals, average of 8.2. Tino and Gagliardini were the assists for 2 of them. So there's that there. Let's go and check on the schedule, see if there's any sort of games that we can identify from the beginning that we've done well with. So as we started, we'll run down and we'll just discuss, talk about, look at how we got out of the traps quick. Home win against Wolves, an away win against Fulham, a 2-1 defeat to Chelsea. Then we beat Carabao Cup 2nd round at home, Birmingham. Then we beat Villa away and Palace at home, followed by a 2-1 away win over at Bournemouth, with a draw to West Ham, and we beat Man City 2-0. So what went wrong? Because after that win, you think you're on a high. We then didn't record a win in 1, 2, 3, 4. It took us 5 more games to get a win, and that was 1-0 to Brighton. That was followed by a 2-2 draw at Forest. See, these sort of teams you should be picking points up. Leeds losing 3-2. Arsenal, Newcastle getting draws, not too bad. Then we drew 0-0 with Spurs, and then Carabao Cup 3rd round we beat Fleetwood 5-2. Then we had a bit of a break, which probably sums it. Since the break, wow, we struggled. 1, 2, 3, 4, losing 3 on the bounce and then winning, well, in the league, FA Cup third round beating Wrexham, but if you include the league, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, 9 games before a victory in the league, 10 games before a victory in the league, and that was at home to Leeds. Then we went and lost against Arsenal, drew Fulham. Wow, I think we would have been close to getting the sack, you know. March didn't record a victory at all in the league. April won 1 out of 7. Bad, 1 out of 6. And then the last 4 games we won 3 out of 4, losing to Crystal Palace 3-0 at the end of the day. We managed to stay up. I think we can better ourselves. I do need to get a left winger. It's hard getting wingers. They're not something that comes easy. They're not sort of in the football world as much as you would think. Armstrong, so I need someone to play that role there. I've got someone in mind, but I don't think he would come to us. I might see what's on a free transfer for an old age. Right, so that's what we're going to look to do. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to be a bit daring this season and see if I can get more goals with the 2 up top. Ideally, really, I need to find myself another striker. I don't think Armstrong and Adams are probably going to do it for me. Mara, we've got this guy, he's 20 years of age. I mean, we could give Mara a chance and see how he does. We're going to go and see what business we can do in the transfer market. Let's check the finances first. So overall is 4.6, remaining in the budget is 3.7. We are going to get a guaranteed 25.86, and we need to bring that wage budget down or have it increased. Either way, we need to balance it because we've been running in the red on the wages. Right, we're going into the next season, so we will see with the budgets, hopefully. We'll see what the official budget is and we'll move on from there, so we'll see you soon. So the budgets are here. We have a increased wage budget, which is good because what we've got currently, we are going to be needing to take some of the 48.4 million we've got to spend from there and transfer it over, probably about 5 or 6 million I reckon. So let's work on a budget of say 42 million to spend. Hopefully we can get some money in through player sales and go from there, but we just need to see what we're going to do. Yeah, it's I need to get a few players in, so I'm going to go and do some hard work. It's going to take a bit of time and we'll see you soon. Right guys, so before we go any further, we're going to go and do a end of season review. For those who have noticed, we've had a costume change. So yeah, we're on a different hour of the day recording, so you know, you change your clothes for whatever reason other than having a shower. Not that you really wanted to know that, but yeah, we have had a wardrobe change, so it is still the same save. Do not panic, we are here, end of season 1, we are doing our season review right now. So without further ado, let's head over and just see. So the first one, as you can see, is Kaminski, Thomas Kaminski, our goalkeeper. B-, really happy with that. I think it just goes to show sort of 45 appearances, didn't score any goals but he probably conceded a few. So yeah, 45 appearances, quite solid, happy with that, and hopefully he can carry his fairly good form at an average rating of 7.4 or 0.4. He can carry that through to next season. He's 30, so he's just heading towards his prime. Got a lot of use out of this guy yet. However, if someone bigger and better comes along to help us progress, I will do. But I'm honestly in no search for a goalkeeper, but if one catches my eye, then we will look to do business. So yeah, really happy with him. 6.25 we signed him for, did we? 5.75. I think it's 6.2 with add-ons. No, yeah, 6.2 with the add-ons. So happy with the goalie. So let's move on to Lucas Mecca. I can't say that guy there. Let's have a look. A B, happy as well. So he had 42 appearances, 26 goals for the season. I think that's That's not a bad return, you know, for the money we spent. 4 assists with an average rating of 7.04, same as the goalkeeper. Let's just check what he got in the league. I know we've just gone over this, but 16. So he got 16 goals in the league, 8 goals in the FA Cup, and 2 in the Carabao. So not a bad return, really. I think he's only 24. He could improve. He is wanted. Bayern, we know that. Up to 35 million we could get. Don't plan on cashing in on him. Keep him for at least a couple of seasons, I think, unless a ridiculous bid comes in from a big club. So happy with him. Who the hell is that? 21-year-old centre back. Do you know what? I don't know who this guy is. I didn't sign him. Who the hell signed him? When did he come? Did I sign him? I must have done. I do not recall signing this guy. Let me go and see when he was. Let me go and see when he was signed. There he is. So he signed way before my time. For 8.5. Well, I missed him. Well, clearly he played all right. Yeah. So 32 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 player of the matches, average rating of 7.0. Free. I have to keep a lookout for this dude. Really happy. Gagliardini, he does get an A. I told you this guy is good. This is the worst performance I've had out of him in the last 4 teams that I've had him in. He's so good. I think we're going to go and check out why. So he's had 33. Let's go and have a look. So he's had 33 appearances, 1 goal, 3 assists, with an average rating of 6.85 in the Premier League. FA Cup, 3 appearances, 2 assists, average rating of 7.43. Carabao Cup, 3 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, average rating of 7. Really, really good. Let's go and look at his profile. Up to 19 million. So if he was to sell, we would make some good profit. We purchased him for 3.5 million, if you remember. So yeah, 29 years of age, still got it in the locker. Still plenty to offer as well, so hopefully we can keep him. Romeo Lavia, heard a lot about this guy. He made 27 appearances off the bench in the Premier League. Average rating wasn't any more than 6.8. He's 19 years of age. He's a forward midfielder, defensive midfielder. He can play central. But I think his rating starts to go. No, he's not a roaming playmaker, that's for sure. Well, he could be. We could train him for that, but we're not going to. 34 to 50 million pounds in value. What was he signed? So he was signed just before me, 12.5 million. So again, some good sell on profit if he was to sell. Have to see how he's going to fit in. He's a defensive midfielder, so we need to see what we're going to have left in the squad. Aribo from Rangers. Did he play much? No, he didn't. He made 12 appearances off the bench in the Premier League. Average rating of 6.79 throughout the season. For a guy who's got 19 for first touch and good flair at 15, he didn't make 1 assist all season. So we'll either need to sell this guy on, 26 years, Nigerian, or just give him another chance. I don't know what to do. Kalataka, is that how you say his name? Let's have a look how he did. So this guy was here. I didn't sign him. He was already here. 12 million it was paid. We paid for him. Yeah, so his value's crept up just a little bit. He is a ball-playing defender, 26 years of age. Good heading at 15. So tackling and that, he's 14. So 28 appearances, 1 goal, average rating of 6.79. In the FA Cup, 4 appearances, average rating of 7.32. So not doing a great deal, but doing something. Cisco, 31 years of age, 33 appearances in the Premier League, 3 goals, 7 assists, 6.6 of an average rating. FA Cup 3 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist, 7.15 average. So he can do a job. He's not fantastic, but he can certainly do a job. And the role that he's going to be playing next season, he is going to be playing the attacking midfielder, and we're just going to see how he sort of takes to that role. New system complete, but he got a B+ over the season. Maitland-Niles from Arsenal, I don't personally rate the guy. 25 years of age, he can play a number of roles, right back, left back, both sides. He could probably fit in at midfield if you needed him to. He could probably just do a job. Other than that, he's a full-back, wing-back, he's everything. But for me, he, didn't think he played very well. Average rate of 6.6, so he will not be returning. Mara from Bordeaux, young guy, 20 years of age. He's got to learn his trade. He is a wanted player. Blackburn, Burnley, Cardiff, QPR, Sheffield for loan. I might send him out on loan, give him some first team football, make him sort of an important player of a squad, or of a team should I say, and bring someone else in myself. So yeah, that's the new arrivals. So how it unfolded: finishing mid-table in the Premier Division, finished 14th, not exactly mid-table, so I'm pushing my luck now, I think. 16 goals, yeah, that guy. So yeah, happy. Moments to remember: we had a 5-0 victory over Bristol in the FA Cup. Match to remember: we beat Leicester 3-2 in the Premier League at Leicester. And goal of the season was Peru's great strike from the Saints left back as he scores a fierce effort from 20 yards out. I'm not going to show it, but that's what it was. Revenue, this is what counts. So the reputation has not changed over the past season. We've had a new deal, which is £500,000 per year for a sponsorship. Most notable was a 2-year deal worth £1 million. Well, we know that because I've just read it out. Annual revenue went up. Broadcast revenue, corporate, competition and prize, and match day commercial. Team merchandise is 2 million. Shirt sales was 16,498 with these names. So if we could bring a player in that could add some more revenue to the club by shirt sales, etc., then we're doing our job. So really, I want to make a statement by signing a player, but at the same time, I've got to spread the money that we're going to receive. So yeah, we need to see sort of how we can manage that. How to line up, self-explanatory. I won't go into it. James Ward-Prowse just playing in front of the 3 there in the middle, covering, making it a 5. Gabriel being single, kind of deep. It's going to change next season. So I'm not going to go into that. Have a quick look. Record breakers: James Ward-Prowse with 10 assists. Of course he did. So yeah, move on. This is it. That is the season over, guys. Alright guys, how are we doing? So we have been busy buying and selling players. I did say at the beginning we needed to maybe transform the way we're playing with our tactics, so we've acquired players for our new system, so it's taken a lot longer, and unfortunately, as you can see on the screen, that meant that Mohamed Salisu has now been sold to Chelsea. 24 million quid, all cash up front. We needed it for the wages, we needed it for additional players. So first one, unfortunately, it breaks my heart to say, is Salisu. We've replaced him. We've just replaced him. We'll leave it at that. Alright, so unfortunately he went to Chelsea. Next one out the door was Che Adams. Watford came calling, 21 million quid, 14 million up front, and the rest was add-ons, I think. Let me just check that. Yeah, well, they only paid, trust me, 14 million up front. So Che Adams has left the club. So the first one over the line is a loan signing. Ahmed Diallo from Manchester United. We've got this guy to play a winger. Ignore that position. He's going to be playing a winger. He can play winger attack. He can play an inverting winger. We could actually play him there as an inverted winger. Maybe a defensive winger. Should we have a look? Support there, is he? He can play the role, but I've got him to play a winger or an inverted winger in that position there. So he is, I mean, he's got some good numbers, which is why we've taken a chance on him. Yes, he is a chance. He is currently a 3-star. Potential ability is 5. So he's 20 years of age. Is he a wonder kid? I think he is I actually think he's a wonder kid. Yeah, he's a wonder kid. So that's one of the reasons why we took him. He can't be all that bad. I think last season he was down in the leagues. Where was he? Sunderland. So he played 45 appearances, 5 goals, 2 assists in there. The quality of player that you play with in that league is a bit different. So it's hard to say whether he will or won't play as well or do as well. He might be piss poor. He might be tremendous. He might not play as much, but we don't know. So Ahmed Diallo got some great numbers. He's got a 16 dribbling, first touch of 17, technique of 16, passing of 14, 12 long shots. He's got some good flair, some good determination, acceleration's good, pace is good, agility of 17, 16. I mean, these numbers are just remarkable. We are pulling 16s and 17s out of this young kid. 20 years of age, Ivorian. He can't be all that bad, can he? So the next one, as I said a moment ago, we did sign a striker, which prevented Che Adams from even getting a sniff of him being in my team. So Nketiah from Arsenal. Guy was going for some money. We paid about 10 million quid for him. It wasn't a lot. 9.75. I think his contract was quite a lot. Yeah, 125 grand a week. He's got some loyalty bonus, appearance fee of 34 grand, 31 grand for goals. He needs to score. If he doesn't score, we're in trouble. Relegation at 14.7, minimum fee at 22. If he has a good season, we'll change that and give him a new contract. Improved, might I add. Maybe 130, 140 grand a week. Nketiah, we all know what he's about. Last season, 13 appearances, 1 goal. He's got the reputation. And if he's playing all the time, I think he will get goals. Next one, Jed Spence. Silent D at the beginning. Jed Spence. Right, got him on loan. Can't think where from now, it was that long ago I got him. Tottenham. Got him on a loan. Yes, we're paying 8.25 million of it. We know we made a boo-boo. But let's have a look at the contract details. So, appearance fee of 7, assist bonus is there. So unused monthly fee 1.5 million. Optional future 21. We feel he's got some good potential, which is why we've signed him. He's an ambitious character. Yes, I feel a bit stupid the amount of money I've spent on him, considering he's an unknown quantity. But I just feel he could do a good job for us. However, I did make a boo-boo, as I'm just about to explain. I thought he was left-sided, and he's a totally right-sided, which means I've got 2 right-sided players. So I'm hoping Diallo can play the left side, because if he can't, we're a bit snookered. And I've wasted a lot of money. But, do you know what? It is what it is. It ain't my money after all. Let's move on to the next one. Next one, so we got a bit of a bargain with this guy, Trossard. We all know what he's about. Great attacking midfielder. He can come from deep, or he can play in that fixed attacking midfielder role further up the pitch. We got a cracking deal with this guy. Well, I think we did. We got him for 9.25 on a relegation release clause. Remember when I said, oh, Brighton have gone down, they might have some good players? Well, this is one of them. Absolutely chuffed with this one. 28 years of age. Yeah, he's getting on a bit. He's a 4-star. He's going to be a star player. He's in his prime years. He, for me, isn't going to play there. He is going to play this role here. He's going to be a shadow or an advanced playmaker. Probably the advanced playmaker on attack. Not going to have him on support. We're going to have enough players in depth to cover what we're going to be, what will become known as a disadvantage in defence. So, acceleration of 16. He's a workhorse more than anything. He's got good mentals. He's got good all-round technicals that he's required to have. Good passing, good penalties, good technique. Long shots 13 isn't too bad. Dribbling, finishing and first touch 14. Corners 14. I personally feel we've got an absolute bargain and a gem here. So the last one on the list is the Salisu replacement. Remember I said he went for 24 million to Chelsea? Well, we managed to sign Rob Holding. He's quite decent, really. He's 27 years of age. He's been around the Premier League. He's been around some top class players. He's a 3.5-star defender. Majority of ours are 3-star, so it is that little upgrade that we kind of needed. Yes, morale could be damaged through the player we've lost, but Rob Holding is so experienced. I feel that he could potentially be like the missing piece to the jigsaw that we required. Even though Salisu is was a big player, I think Rob Holding could be or prove to be an even bigger influence on the team. Like I say, experienced, 27 years of age. He can play a number of roles. We all know he's a ball player. He can be a central, wide centre back, no nonsense. He can play that gap, that role anywhere. He can play it so well. You know, he's so experienced. He's probably played every central defensive position. So whatever you're going to ask of him, you are going to get something back. Right, his first touch of 13, not great. Heading of 14. I think it's the teamwork and his work rate that we like and we need. We don't care about flair. Off the ball is a bit crap of 5. Just hope he doesn't read the game too badly in that sense. Good physicals, decent mentals, not too bad techs. So happy with that. That is the last signing we have made. We are going to make no more. It's only the 30th of June. If we make any, it will be a free. And we are looking for a few freebies to see what we can get just to bolster the squad. So if we check the finances out, we've got 7.9 million left. We are currently under on the wage budget. Currently spending 2.035 of a wage budget of 2.048. So there's not a great deal to sort of do business with. But we are going to look for some players who are out of contract that could just bolster the squad. Doesn't mean they're going to play. So if I end up signing someone who's 28 to 32 and they want a bit of money in just to be in a squad, then I'm happy to do that. If anything changes, you will know. If it doesn't, then I will see you on the tactics page just before we get into the season. We are going to play a few friendlies as well, so I can show you some results of what's gone on. And we can go from there. So fingers crossed I do come back with some more news on transfers, but I highly doubt it. So until then, I'll see you at the tactics page in a moment. Right, we are back with transfers, guys. We are near the beginning of the season. No more transfers is going to be done. Financially, we are sound now. We've sort of we've done what we needed to do. But as you can see, Alex McCarthy has left the club on a season-long loan. He's gone. It's as simple as that. Right, next one and last one out of the door. Musa Gineppo, the winger, gave me some absolute grief that he wanted to leave the club. He wasn't happy. Blah blah blah. Moaning that I'd sold the players, and he was turning the team on me a little bit, to be fair. 7 or 8 players were sort of taking his side when only 1 or 2 was taking mine. And the 7 or 8 that were taking his side were younger. They weren't in the first team. Most of them were in the 21s. So he was trying to put a bad influence on the younger age as well. So as soon as I've done that, I put this guy up for sale. And I said I wanted 11 million, but I actually sold him for 9. So we sold him for 9 million squid, cash up front. Good luck to him. Where's he gone? Dynamo Moscow. So pick this guy up, 23 years of age, left-sided player, just what we want, Argentinian. Not bad numbers, to be fair. He's just played a couple of friendlies and he scored 5 goals in 2. So he gets up the pitch, he does what he needs to do. His value is 12 million. Not bad for a freebie. Picked him up from where was he? Was he Argentina? Inter. Well, he'd done nothing at Inter, so his last real competitive football was in Argentina. So this is the gem. I have been looking at goalkeepers, knowing that Alex McCarthy will be leaving the club on loan. So what happened was I'd had 2 or 3 offers for him to go out on loan, and I kept declining. And I kept saying to myself, I need him. And I'm like, well, go and have a look at see what you can get. So naturally you go and look at freebies. And someone was just saying to me, go and check your under 21, see if you've got anyone that maybe could do a job in the next sort of season, for next season. I found this guy and I'm thinking, well, He's 21 years of age, Irish. He can play sweeper keeper. He can play normal goalkeeper. Well, I hope so. And he ain't that bad. He's handling 16, reflexes 16, one-on-ones 14. I call this a little gem. We're going to go and have a look now at the friendlies that we've played. We've scored some goals. We've also conceded. So, will it be good enough? Statistically, I'm going to say no. Here's why. Right, so we started off with a 5-1 victory against New York. We went to America for the pre-season, as you can probably tell. We won 5-1. It was comfortable. I mean, their goal was fluky. They had a corner. My keeper parried it. It fell to their player, hit him on the back and went in. Knew nothing about it. Then we had a 3-3 draw with New England. Let's have a look at the goals in terms of how it went. So Gagliardini, Cisco, Trossard, and Nketiah, and so both pleasing to see that both strikers scored. My new signing for a free got me 2 goals there. Armstrong got me 1. Then we played again. Trossard, Nketiah, Mara, and Armstrong scoring as well. And then we just had a 5-0 win where my main man got me 3 goals. So we're scoring goals. We're also conceding. We've conceded 7 goals in 4 games. It's not good, and it's against lower opposition. I'm hoping it's because of the players we've played. We've not played first team players, as you can see by this. For example, the 3-3 draw we played, pretty much a second side. Let's talk Premier League. So we start the campaign with an away game at Molineux, down to Wolves. We finish the season with a home game to Leicester City, and somewhere in the middle there, we are 3 games away in January to Newcastle, Arsenal and Villa, followed by some FA Cup. So I feel the West Ham and Fulham is going to be crucial to that month. I can't see us getting a lot at Arsenal, probably not Newcastle, hopefully maybe Villa, but who knows, we might be on a roll where we're in the top 5, or we could be fighting relegation. I really feel it depends on how my players mould and how quickly they can gel together. If we can gel quickly, I think we can be a decent side this season and certainly finish higher than 14th. So it's changed now. The club vision has changed. They don't want to currently finish mid-table. They just want to avoid relegation, which isn't good. So let's go to competitions. Let's go to Premier League. Let's go and look at the season preview. So we are predicted to finish 18th. Right, so my signings haven't done diddly squat. So we are going to be in a relegation dogfight. We need to survive and stay up. Otherwise, our last season could be a championship season, and it's not what we want, is it? Minimum spend for next season, they are telling me, is 24.2 million. And I guess that really does depend on whether we get relegated. If we get relegated, would they give you more money to get out, or stick it at that? Would they gamble? Because you're going to have free parachute payments coming into the club. So it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to go ahead now and sim the season. And fingers crossed, guys, we're still in a job. We haven't been sacked. And we haven't been relegated, but I fear the worst. Maybe sacking. It could be, Right, let's sim the season, and we'll see you when it's over. Right, we are back, and we haven't been sacked. We finished 13th, so we finished a place better than last season, which is, it's an improvement. Of course it is. It's one place. It's considering they just wanted to beat relegation, I think we've done well. And as you can see, we have some some players amongst the stats this season. Should we delve in and have a look? Let's just go and check it out, shall we? Player stats, goals. I mean, straight away you can see there 28 goals in 37 appearances. Absolutely fantastic. And Nketiah, 24. What did I say about it working? So I think going forward we seem to be good at scoring goals. I didn't look at the goal difference. I'm going to go and have a look now. But absolutely delighted. We have not one, guys. Well, we have two of our strikers, our top 2 strikers, among the top 5 as goal scoring. Edouard got 23, ahead of Mo Salah on 21, and ahead of Harry Kane. Of course, Erling Haaland 35. So, do you know what? We may have added a lot of value to him and to him. So, I'll be interested to see just how well we did. Alright, minus 11 goal difference. So that tells me we need to shore up the midfield and defence. Maybe get a new defensive midfielder in. Maybe change something with that. We know we've got goals in us. If we can keep the top two, maybe the top three the same, and build on the midfield and the back four, and get some better defenders, or maybe a better goalkeeper. I was toying with the idea last season. I looked at it in mid-season. And there was one or two that I looked at and potentially could have done, but I didn't have the wages or the funds to make wages. I did apply for one, didn't happen. So happy with that. Average rating, Nketiah 7.5, Mecca, whatever you want to call it, 7.4. Absolutely delighted, I really am. So they've shown as a partnership what they can do. Assists straight away. Oh my god, this is looking good. Going forward, we are good. Nketiah, 18 assists. Wow. Stuart Armstrong, 11. Ward-Prowse, 9. He's getting on, Ward-Prowse. He's dragging on. Xisco, 8. I'm absolutely delighted with the contribution they've made in terms of going forward. You couldn't really ask for more. Player of the match, Nketiah, 6 times. Average rating, 7.54. You know what? I think he was a good buy. Clean sheets. Did we have many? If any at all? None worth mentioning. Yellow cards. We don't really want to talk about yellow cards. But Rob Holding, he got 13. Both centre halves. 1 9 and 1 on 13. So we're going to go and check the players and just see. I mean, look at that. Look at that 3. That is not changing. We're going to see sort of what the value is. So he's added up. He's 22 million. Look at that at the bottom. Absolutely over the moon with how well he played this season. 46, 34 to 46. Again, look at all this. Over the moon. Xisco, how well did he do? Did he have a good season? He had 36 appearances, 7 goals, 8 assists. Yeah, 32 years of age. Wanted by Nottingham Forest. It may be time for him to move on. I might try and force a move there and maybe get a better one in. Let's see what the fund's like first. Very, very happy. Not sure about this. Not sure. Lewis Payne, 19 years of age. He had 2 appearances. He played towards the back end of the season, clearly. European under-20s, 8.45. So he's got something in his locker. Rob Holding, how did he do? 34 appearances. Rob Holding, exceptional for me. I thought he played really well. Considering we've conceded a lot of goals, I mean, he played really well. What about Bella? 1 appearance, 3 in total, 7.3. Okay. Diallo, new signing, well, off should have said a new loanee. Only played 5 times in that sense. Quite unhappy with that. Colido, again, didn't play as often as I thought he would have done. Still, Lavia, how many times did Lavia play? 18 appearances. Okay, again, not great, but not too bad. James Ward-Prowse, 31 appearances, 3 goals, 9 assists. Typical James Ward-Prowse season. No one's come in for him. I'm absolutely amazed. Man City now want him. Okay, so Bazuna, 1 appearance. Okay, it makes sense because obviously we have some other players. Let's just go and check on Kaminsky, how well he played. 38 appearances, conceded 101 goals. 3 clean sheets. Right, maybe he's not the goalkeeper for us then. Right, I think I will need to look for a new goalkeeper. I might go out or go and try and spend a lot on goalkeeper. I might just go for it. Walker Peters, he really didn't have much to do. 27, he's declined badly in this. Nathan Teller, did he play? I came on 3 times as a sub. Mara, the other striker we have, 2 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist, non-competitive though. 7.45 rating. Larios, defender left, so I'm reckoning he would have got a few appearances, not as often or not as much as I was thinking. Trossard, 36 appearances, 9 goals, 5 assists. Yeah, decent, happy with that. Keep him for another year at least. Perud, left-sided, 15 appearances. Okay, 6.7, not the greatest. Bednarek, 34 appearances, so they liked him in the defensive position. However, I didn't. Didn't really get a great average rating. 6.95, 6.99 average rating. Armstrong, thought he would have played a lot. 32 appearances, 5 goals, 11 assists. Good average rating of 7.4. He's 32 years of age. I think we might be moving him on, as well as maybe even Gagliardini. What did Mr. Armstrong, Adam Armstrong, how well did he do? He played out on the left, he can play forward. Only 1 goal in 4 substitute appearances, so maybe time to move him on. 27 years of age. We could save 50 grand a week on the wages there, to be fair. Gagliardini, how did he do? He played 29 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. Again, didn't live up to the standard of what I was expecting, so do we cash in? Maybe, maybe not. I need to look at that a little bit more. Lianco, how much did he play? 14 appearances, 15 off the bench. 7 million Brazilian. Okay. Carr, 29 appearances, 3 goals, 3 assists, average rate of 6.95. Okay. You know, Jake Stevens, I've imagined Jack Stevens, he didn't play many. No, he didn't play at all. He will probably go. Aribo, hopefully he didn't play many games. No, he didn't. Don't like him. 27 years of age, came from Rangers. And this was my other choice, third choice goalkeeper. So how much did Bazunu, how many did he play? 1 appearance in the FA Cup. Okay, so I think we need to certainly get another goalkeeper and a centre half. I think up top we're good. Part of the middle of the park we're good. I just think maybe another. I think we need some form of world-class goalkeeper, and maybe a dominating centre half that can orchestrate the defenders. I don't know. I've got a player in mind I'd like to go to, but he's not a well beater. He's just very, very good at this level. Let's go and see what money we get. Let's quickly check the finances. Can't remember if we checked. Yeah, 15.5 wage budget. Overall balance is shite, but we haven't received our money yet. So we're going to go on through now and just wait for the new season. I think we're going to do the end of season reviews in a minute, so we'll be right back. So board have reset the initial budgets, 2.1 million on the wages, and a transfer budget of just shy of 51 million. So we are going to go and start planning and looking for some more players. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to do the end of season review to see how we've performed. Nketiah, he's got a B+, absolutely fantastic. 25 goals, that's good. Rob Holding, again a B-, played really well, can't argue. Trossard, B+, great signing, 10 million squid, again really, really happy with that. Calidio, B+ as well, I thought played really well throughout the season. I was happy. Spence, not very good. Diallo, B-. I'm going to try and look at him. I feel I mean, look at that. I mean, I'm going to see if I can get him back on loan for another season. I might change the tactics, I'm not totally sure yet. However, I feel we just fill these positions with a bit more better quality, it will help us. So Ahmed Diallo I'm going to try and get back. Avoid relegation from the Premier League, we have done that by 5 or 6 positions. 34, 14 points adrift off the bottom 3, or third from bottom should we say, so really happy with that. I'm going to go and check out, just check Watford's squad very, very quickly. See what they've got. I mean, I would say let's see if they've got any, centre half, but let's be realistic. If they've just been relegated, chances are they're not going to be all that. 27. Yeah, I don't really like what I'm seeing here from the team. I suppose the only player you could go for arguably would be Sarr. I want a winger, not somebody who plays too high up the pitch. So yeah, I'm actually gonna look at the others because I don't think there'll be a great deal in it. So yeah, we finished very average home attendance of just over 30,000. Top goal scorers Mecca with Nemeka, whatever, 28 goals. The board are pleased, which is good. Moments to remember: our biggest win was 7-1 over Wolves. I haven't even looked at the results. That might encourage me to go and do so in a minute after we finish this. So we beat Wolves 7-1. Both my strikers getting hat-tricks, and Gagliardini getting the one on his own. So matches to remember: we beat Leicester 5-4 in the Premier League, and goal of the season was Armstrong. So really happy with that. The finances don't look good in red. So sponsorship was up. Broadcast revenue was down by about 7 million squid. I don't know why. Corporate was down by just about $500,000. Prize money was up. Commercial and retail was down by about 150,000. So not really happy with that. Shirt sales was 19.7 thousand. Merchandise sales was just over 3.5. So I think it could have been better. The accolades, of course, we know what is good there. We've been through it all. So happy with that. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the assists and the goals. We've seen it all. I've done all that. So that is it for this season, guys. We've got one season left. We need to finish really in the top 10 for us to say it's been it's been good so far, but to really break through with Southampton with the funds that you get, it is hard. You do need to sell some of your best players to then buy, a functioning few that are good in positions. So we are moving into our last season. Let's really go and try and make this count. Let's try and get some quality in. We'll see in a moment. Right, guys, we have just finished our last pre-season. We are just a week away from the start of the Premier League. So I'm going to head over and show you the business that we've done. I personally don't think it's great now I'm looking back at it, but at the time I thought it was good business. I think this is a season we're going to be relegated. Let's head over now and have a look. Right, so we've had a few out the door, and apparently this guy would be a quality signing, but we sold him. Kyle Walker-Peters, 850k. He's gone out the door. I'm not going to talk about him anymore. He's caused me nothing but grief. Good riddance. Goodbye. Now we're in the shit. Next. You wouldn't have heard about this player very much. Nathan Teller. He was just as bad as Kyle Walker-Peters about getting out the door. I've let him go. He was just a breakthrough prospect. So if you come to manage Southampton, expect this. He is a pain to deal with. Next. Just to let you guys know, when you are Southampton, Samuel Edozie. He's a great young prospect. I've just let him go out on loan again. Keep him out on loan and you'll keep seeing his value go up. Keep sending him out until you think he's good enough to be in your first team, if at all. So just for those again, keep an eye out on this dude. He's now departed for a season. So the first in of the season is Jack Harrison from Leeds. Apparently we spent 34 million on him. We didn't put that as a put down. We put 20 million pounds down, or was it 18 million pounds down on him. Rest was in add-ons and all that sort of stuff. Jack Harrison, I feel he could sort that left hand side out. And crossing's fairly decent at corners. His techs are quite decent. His first touch, good determination, fitness, stamina, not a bad bit of pace, and 14 flair. He's got the experience in the Premier League. He's done a job for Leeds last season. Let's hope he can do a job for us. Next, so we've gone down the loan road. We tried to loan in Diallo again, but for some reason Man United didn't want him coming back to Southampton. They wanted him to go to a different environment. So we got in the wonder kid Garnacho from Man United. We all know about him as as we do this season. 20 years of age, Spanish, great dribbler, good determination, good bit of flair, good bit of pace. He can play either side, anywhere in the sort of final third as well. So he will be a very valuable member of the squad, and hopefully he gets some good game time under his belt, and he does some good stuff for us. So Garnacho is through the door as well. Right, this guy, Brian Gill, we also got him on loan from Spurs. We need to shore up the left and right sides, as you can tell, because we have a lot of injuries. I go and sign him, and guess what? He's out for 4 months, broken leg. Absolutely gutted. Absolutely a broken ankle, 2 to 3 months now. Gutted. So luckily it's reasons why you get back up like Garnacho. So yeah, Brian Gill was supposed to be one of the main players this season. Well, he's going to be out for the first 2.5 months, so that's not good. Next, right, I said I was going to go for a big centre half this season. We have signed no other than Andrew Omar Bamadelli. I don't know, Bamadelli we're going to call him. We've signed Bamadelli from Norwich. Norwich were relegated. This guy, what did we pay? I think he had a release clause of 15 million, so we paid his release clause. We got him. He had some good numbers, heading of 15, marking 15, tackling 15, positioning 16. So I thought to myself, he's not a well beater. He's not this massive big player that we wanted to sign, but he's 22 years of age. He could be the next big thing. So the last signing we've made is Albert Sambi Lokonga from Arsenal. Signed him as a midfielder. He can play defensive, he can play advanced, so he can play pretty much every position you want him to play along that spine, really. He's got some good numbers. Nothing amazing about the guy. He's just got a first touch of 15, 13 dribbling. This is when he plays advanced. Passing of 15, technique 14, tackling 13. If we just amend this now and go to defensive midfielder, his marking is 11, passing 15, tackling 13. He's got some good concentration, good bravery. He's got some good numbers. He can play a number of positions in midfield. Let me just quickly show you the finances. We've got 3.1 million left. I'm going to have to adjust the budget because we are spending a little bit too much. Well, there we go. So we'll do that. Now we've evened it out with the budget. Overall balance in the shit with 36 million quid. Only 2.8 left to spend now. We're not going to spend that. We are now ready. We're going to sim. We're going to head over to the tactics. It does remind me, I've had several bids for Cisco. Nketiah had his clause met for a move to... Where was it going? Let me just see who was interested. It was Tottenham. He declined the contract from Tottenham. And they paid the 20. Well, they were willing to pay the 22 million. And every time I try to enter contract details, he says that he doesn't want to. So I'm stuck. So I've just got to hope that nobody comes in for him. I was having the same with Juventus for my main guy as well, but Juventus have seemed to have lost interest, and Tottenham are now snooping around for a fee of around 45 million. So fingers crossed we don't lose these players. This is how we line up. So we've got Kalido on the right, we've got Harrison on the left, Sambi and Lavia. Lavia, I don't know much about this guy. I'm going to give him he's going to get a chance. He's Belgian, 20 years of age. He's got something good about him. Let me do a quick pick for that quickly just to see what they fill it with. Haribo, I've put him up. Trossard, as soon as he's back from injury, he will be filling this gap here in the advanced playmaker. Last season he played out left and done really well. This season he's coming in the middle, his more natural position, and hopefully we can get some sort of, I don't know, just get something out of him. Lianco I do not like. I'm probably going to sell him, but I need to see. Mr. Ketchup there. Listen, we're all set. We're just going to go and get on with this now and see how we go. My goalkeeper Bazunu has said to me he wants to play football to get into his national side. So me being me, forgot about simming it and said, yeah, no problem, I'll play in all the cup games. You are my cup goalkeeper. Probably ain't going to happen. It probably isn't going to happen. You've heard it here first, guys. I think we're going to struggle. Let's get on with it, and we will see you in a mo. Let's sim this now. Right, guys, so we have finished. We didn't get sacked. Absolutely fantastic. But we finished a position lower. Oh, gutted. I wanted to break into the top 10 or somewhere around there. And just not, listen, with what I personally done wasn't good enough. I'm a little bit disappointed. However, we are amongst the goals from what I can see on the screen again. Let's have a little look at the goals. So first of all, before we do that, we tallied up 42 points for the season. 5 minus goal difference of minus 16, which is 5 more, not less. 5 more than last season. We were minus 11 last season. We are now minus 16. So me trying to reassure the defence stroke midfield didn't work. I'm going to put it down to the style of play. We're obviously too open because we're too concentrated at scoring goals. I don't think we can find the right sort of dose between sort of the final third and sort of back three. Sort of that area there, I don't think we can contain it enough and hold opposition off. And probably you'll find when we do that, our defenders probably just aren't quite good enough for this league. If I'm being honest, I think they're a bit below par for what they are. Having said that, we are going to go and have a look in a minute at the players and see how they've performed. Like you say, like I say, we're going to go and check the goals, the average rating, assists, so on and so on, and just see if we can get a general feel of how different it is this season, the final season, to last season. So we're just going to go now and check the goals. As we can already see, Nketiah was second. So of course, once again, Erling Haaland scores 37 goals. Put him in a West Brom team, see if he scores 37. He probably won't. He'll probably score 7. Second was Nketiah on 24, joint second with Isaac from Newcastle. Down in 9th place, Lucas, 17 goals. So I'm enjoying that. So 41 goals between them. Not a bad partnership there. It's just filling that void in the gap between the forwards and the defensive midfielders and defenders. It's really troubled me, and I've not been able to put my finger on it and correct it. Hence, that's why we finished so low again in the table. So there we go. We've got 2 strikers. Well, our 2 strikers in the top 10 for goals, which I'm really happy about. Then if we go and check the average rating, of course Erling Haaland's top. 4th place is Nketiah, 7.31. 6th place, 7.27, our other striker. So they're doing the work up top, which is good. I'm happy to see that. I just need to see a little bit more from the rest of the boys. So let's go and check the assists. Now, we were shite hot on this. We were so good last season. So 4th place, 13 assists is Mecca. Trossard was then followed in 9 assists in 12th place. 15th place, James Ward-Prowse. Now, if I was going to continue this, which I'm not, this is the season I would sell James Ward-Prowse. He's been pretty quiet, really, considering. Seen some good names. I mean, Ziminski. You know what? He's a good little player. Ziminski. Where did he come from? Dynamo. Okay, yeah. I think it's Feyenoord. I've probably heard his name. Angel Carrera, of course. 30 years of age now, though. He's been around, hasn't he? It's just a shame that where we've ended up in the league. Player of the match, of course, Erling Haaland has got quite a few there. We have got Nketiah 4 times, not too bad. Clean sheet. Shall we see if it was better than that? Was it 3 last season? We've got 5, and that was my biggest problem. I did try to sign Henderson from Man United, but when I looked at it in depth, the money they were asking, he's not much better than what I'd already had, so I wasn't prepared to pay it. Clean sheets, yellow cards. I mean, we don't really want to be on here, but we are for this. Let's go and check the schedule and see. I mean, we said the beginning of the season was going to be bad for us, and it was just that. So our first game, we were beaten away at Nottingham Forest. Then we won 3-2 at Arsenal Home to Arsenal, we beat them 3-2. Then we had a crushing defeat, 6-3 to Man United, followed by a 3-2 loss to Liverpool. We said we needed to kick on against Newcastle and Brighton and Brentford. Lost 2, drawn 1, not good. But then we did go and win our next Carabao Cup game 3-2 against Fulham. Haven't actually seen how well we've done in the Carabao. Then we actually beat Fulham 1-0 in the league. Now the area where I thought it was crucial was going to be around here as well. No, not so crucial, was it? 2 wins out of 4. 2 wins, 2 defeats. So one of them being a Carabao. So if you're talking league, 2 wins and 1 loss. Not too bad out of 9 points. And as we go further down, our worries really started against Wolves, knocked on all the way through. Even down Premier League until our home game where we won 5-2 against Stoke. And then it just, we just couldn't get anything. We struggled. 3-1 at the hands of Tottenham, 2-1, 2-1, 3-1, 5-3 and 1-0. And then we won our last home game against Newcastle. So not the greatest season. Again, so inconsistent, it was unbelievable. We struggled putting decent runs together. But that is what it is, I'm afraid. Finances, before we go off, ended up with 1.94, just under 1.9.5 in the bank there. Wage budget, we've done well on the wage budget with the finances in that sense. Club vision, how are they? Do not sign players over the age of 28. They're very pleased with that. That's because I tried not to. I didn't get anything decent for anything else. I'm on course for working within the wage budget. Grow the club's reputation, they're pleased. So I've done a few things. Finished mid-table in the Premier Division. I've failed, they're not happy with that, clearly. Be competitive in the FA Cup and be competitive in the Carabao. I'm just going to go and see. I didn't notice how well we did. So knocked out in the 4th round by West Ham, knocked out in the 4th round by Brighton and Hove Albion, and we came 3rd in a playoff in the Friendly Cup. So utter shite, really. We are Southampton after all. I mean, I'm not being disrespectful or anything like that. What I am going to do, I am just going to quickly mark these down all as red, and I want to see, just out of curiosity, what the budget would have been. Goal of the season. Shall we look at it? Are we able to? Yeah, James Ward-Prowse. So a Crystal Palace goal, an Aston Villa goal, and a James Ward-Prowse goal. So maybe we should go and have a look. Interesting to see all 3 goals. Then you can judge for yourself if it was a good goal or not. That's not a bad goal from that player at Crystal Palace. Melee. Okay. Funny enough, it was against us. I just noticed that. Arnautovic up front for Wolves. Let me speed this up just a touch. So it's John McGinn. Oh, sweet. I mean, if that's theirs, I mean, what's mine like if it's goal of the season? Let's have a look. Maybe it's a free kick. Who knows? Was it James Ward-Prowse that got it? Nice control from Trossard. Nah, I thought the other ones were better. Anyway, we won goal of the season. That's it. We're going to go... I'm not even going to do the... Shall I do the end of season rewards? Should I? You know what? We'll see in a mo for the end of season awards. Right, guys, we are here for the end of season review. Shall we have a look, see what's gone on? So, this guy I signed from Norwich. I was going to look at the players to see how well they performed, and I didn't do that. He actually got an A+. They were happy with it. So let's have a look now. He made 29 appearances, 3 goals. Do you know what? Decent signing. I actually think he's quite decent. For 22 years of age, look at his average rating. Doesn't go below 7.10. Oh yeah, it does 7.05. That's in the league. But even so, do you know what? I recommend this guy. I'd like to maybe sign him when I'm playing, and I'm playing on an in-depth game rather than doing a rebuild, and just see what you can sort of get out of him after 3 or 4 years. I'd sign him in the first year, hopefully. So he seemed to have done all right. Garnacho, yeah, he didn't play much, did he? Well, he played 32 times. Yeah, we'll leave that one. A+. I want to check the guys that I've signed and paid money for. 26 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist. Not the greatest. Bravery, got a bit scared and started pulling out of tackles. Jack Harrison, I had big things for this guy. He was a B-. How did he do? 28 appearances, 2 goals, 6 assists. Not too shabby. Played the inside forward when really was open. He played that side. But still, it is what it is. And Brian Gill, he broke his leg, didn't he? So not too sure how well he did for us. 18 appearances, 2 starts, 1 goal, 1 assist. Quite a poor season for us, really. Just clearly couldn't get going. So okay, check the results. Okay, 15th. Yeah, unhappy. We knew that. Biggest win, 5-0 against Preston. Match to remember, beating Crystal Palace 4-1. Goal of the season, as we know, James Ward-Prowse, we've just seen it. And we lost some money. We didn't do rather well there. I'm not going to go through that. Team, yeah, okay. Not that great. Garnacho got in the squad there. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm not overly happy if I'm honest. I think that's poor. Right, guys, I'm sorry. That actually concludes what this save is all about. 3 seasons, yet to be relegated, yet to be sacked. And if you've enjoyed this episode, there are plenty more. If you just have a look somewhere along here, just above the hat, up there, there's a collection of them. Feel free to go and check them out. And while you're there, go and check out the channel if you're new. Iron Gamer. At the end of the video, just click on Iron Gamer on the end and you'll see it, and it'll take you straight to it. And hopefully you like the channel and you even subscribe. Feel free to leave any comments as normal. I do read through comments, I do reply to comments, I just don't get many. So let's try and change that together. You keep changing it and I'll keep making videos. How about that? Right, from me, Iron Gamer. For me, this has been, it's nowhere near successful, but it could have been a lot worse. I kind of knew towards mid-season, the middle of the transfer season last season, that it wasn't going to be, I wasn't going to pull off any miracle. I was hoping I would, but I was more worried about not getting relegated. So I think I probably signed the wrong sort of player. But hey ho, I managed to get that Gagliardini again. Over and out for now, guys. Take care.